I'm thrilled to be here with Sandy Rinaldi and Valentina Chepiga, the current Miss Olympia. Sandy's going to take us through some of the compulsory poses and some of the symmetry rounds that we look at for these athletes. They're very specific, aren't they?
Definitely. First thing that we do as a judge is when the athlete comes out, they're going to go through the quarter turns. They're going to face us, standing forward with their arms at their side and their heels together. And you're looking at the width of the shoulder development, how it's proportioned to the lower body, the symmetry of the waistline, a sweep to her outer thighs, her calf development.
When we talk about balance, what are you looking for?
You look at her waist, the taper of her waist, the outer sweep to her thigh, her calf development. Next, she does a quarter turn to the right. And as a judge, I'm looking at her development of her chest as proportioned to her glute development, sweep of her hamstring, again proportioned against her quadricep and her calf development, quarter turn to the rear. And now I'm looking at the width of her back, how her back tapers down to her waist, the glute development, the back of her hamstrings, and her calves. Quarter turn to the right. And again, I'm looking at the development from the other side of her body with the chest development. And last, it's a quarter turn back facing the judges.
How's Valentina holding up in the symmetry round, Sandy?
Oh, I think I'd definitely give her a 10 out of 10 in that round.
I would have to agree. The next round, of course, is muscularity, and there are specific poses that you're looking for here, am I correct?
Yes, we have 5 mandatory poses in the NPC, and the first one is the front double bicep. And the athlete usually sets their leg first, and then brings their arms up, and again, obviously you're looking for the bicep development, but you're also looking for her quadricep development. You'll see a little bit of her abdominal development. So even though it's called the front double bicep, you're looking at really all the muscle development to the front. Next, either side is for her side chest.
Does the athlete have a choice in terms of which side they can choose to pose here?
Yes, and most athletes know that which side is their most fit, is their better side. And you're looking for chest development. The athlete will try to lean down a little bit so that the judges can see the depth of her chest muscle. You're looking for your delt muscle. You're also looking for your bicep and your tricep. You're looking for glute, especially hamstring development here, and again the front of the quad, and also her calf development.
Very good.
And then she's going to do a back double bicep.
How often do you see athletes that look very well developed from the front and then tend to lose a little bit when they turn to the rear?
Often. And as an experienced judge, that's one of the things you always wait till you see the back, the back double bicep first. Because again, here you're looking not only for back development with the thickness, for the width, you're looking for the back of her shoulder development, again, her tricep development, her glute. Is there like a definition, line between the glute and the hamstring development and her calf development?
Very nice, Valentina.
And then again, it's a turn to either side for side tricep. And again, we allow the athlete to go to whatever side that they feel is their better side. And you're going to look, as a judge, again, even though it's the tricep, you're still going to look for your shoulder development. You're going to look for heads of the tricep, balanced out against the bicep. The athlete usually makes sure that you see her glute development, again, the hamstring development, and the quadricep development.
Looking at the whole picture.
Absolutely.
How important is it for an athlete to be fluent between these poses as opposed to just mechanical and rigid?
It's very important, especially the higher up you get, the quality of the contest, like at the national level and the professional level, because it just tells you that the athlete is very secure in how they're tightening their muscles and and how they're presenting their physique to you. And then the last pose that you'll see is hands overhead abdominal. And this is definitely a combination of all the muscle groups, because what you're going to look for is obviously the muscle development, but also the serratus development, and usually the athletes will change legs so that you get a good picture of how their quadriceps are developed. And usually from this picture, as a judge, you can make your decision.
I'm convinced I'm going to have to switch to Bud Light. Since the entire system is based on points, how important is the final round, the posing round itself, when they put together the routines?
Again, it's very important because it allows the athlete to present their better body parts to the judges in the way they want us to see them when they do the mandatory poses, and at that point the judges are ready to make their decision.
NPC judging official, Sandy Rinaldi, and the current Miss Olympia, Valentina Chepiga. Thank you so much. That gives us a much better understanding of the NPC